guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alex and I'm a thrifter and a reseller. Used to be full-time, then I switched to part-time, and now I'm just kind of like dabbling on the side a little bit. In the previous clip you saw the thrift with me portion. Hopefully it was long enough. I haven't watched it back yet. I will do some in the editing process, so hopefully it was a good chunk of video. And how are y'all? How have y'all guys been? How were the holidays? Were they great? How did you ring in the new year? Well, I know I haven't posted in a couple of weeks yet either, and the last video I posted was a Bagu haul and it didn't do so well, so I thought I'd jump right back into thrifting. I took a little break. Like I was saying in a previous video, I was feeling kind of burnt out and overwhelmed with thrifting and with YouTube. So I just wanted to kind of take a break and slowly bring myself back into it, and that's what I have done. My holidays were great. We went to Mexico to see some of my husband's family. We rang in the new year with them, and I'll probably pop in some footage while I'm talking, going into Mexico and whatever other footage I have. My kids enjoyed it. They had fun playing with their cousins, and the food obviously was amazing. If you don't like Mexican food, then you're really missing out because it is so good. Really miss eating a lot of the food there. Sometimes when we go, we bring some back and we have some for a couple of days because it gets eaten up really quickly. We ate a lot of tacos. We ate soup. We brought back some barbacoa and it was so yummy. But other than that, we've been at home with my kids. My daughter taught me slugging. I never even knew what that was, so I recently did it, and my face has been like super dry because of like the cold, and since I'm doing the dog walking now, I'm getting up really early and walking these dogs in like the super windy cold weather. It's not super cold. I mean, I live in Texas, but it still feels pretty cold. So we did that. You know, they did presents for Christmas, and yeah, it was just a great time. Really needed that break from YouTube and thrifting to do something else and figure out what else I enjoy doing. So I really am glad I had that time, and hopefully y'all had a great holiday as well. But y'all are here for the haul, so let's just get into the haul. Like I said, it's the first one of 2024 and I'm slowly getting into things, so it's not that big. Some of the footage I think I showed, some items might have sold. So let me just say, I don't know if I mentioned this in another video or not, but I ended up taking all my items to Plato's Closet. Well, the items that I kept the items that I knew were going to sell. I just lowered the price so I can clear those out. Took the rest of the items to Plato's Closet, sold a bunch of stuff to them, probably, you know, like way cheaper than what I initially wanted to sell them for. But my I feel like my closet before leading up to the burnout was like really like just dry, like crickets. I would get like a like here, follows, likes, and follows, no offers. I would send out offers, no sales. So stale is the word I was looking for. So it was feeling really stale. So I just wanted to like refresh, start new in 2024. Like I said, I kept a couple of things here and there. I think maybe I had like 9 items in there in my closet. I listed a couple that I had in my personal closet. I sold them. And yeah, so hopefully getting back into reselling. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to like really make it like a full-time job, but probably just using it like part-time, trying to use it for, I don't know, gas money or to pay a bill or fun money, but not really trying to make it like a full-time job because I realized it was stressing me out so much. So I'm happy that I made this change. Hopefully y'all will stick around because I have probably some more ideas coming up that are not reseller related. So hopefully y'all still enjoy this channel, and enough rambling, let's just get into the haul. So the first item I picked up were Chacos. So I used to love picking up Chacos, and being in Texas, I I used to find Chacos and Birkenstocks all the time because I feel like that's probably like one of the most used footwear here besides boots, but or cowboy boots. So Chacos I used to pick up all the time. They used to sell anywhere from $30 to $50, and I had recently picked up some, like 2 pair. One sold pretty quickly and good, and the other pair just didn't do well, and I was just tired of picking these up. But I picked these up with the intention of me using them. I did have a pair a while back, but they were like, they had like more straps on them. They were a lot more strappy, and they had like thinner straps, so I didn't really like that style. So hopefully these are a little bit thicker and they don't have as many straps, and they are black, which I do like. So I picked these up for myself. If I find that because my idea is to use them for like walking the dogs and stuff in the summertime. So if I find that they're just like not comfortable or too heavy, then of course I'll resell them. But what I really was looking for are tennis shoes for dog walking with some kind of like arch support or comfort. And I know these have arch support, so I'm really excited to see, you know, being on my feet longer periods of time, to see how good these do. So yeah, I know that was a super long explanation. They are $4. They were $4, so I'll just clean them up a little bit and hopefully they serve its purpose. And also, side note, don't mind my nails. My daughter wanted to do like a little manicure, and I liked the color in the bottle, but like on my nails, I don't know, I don't really like the color, so just ignore my nails. The next item I picked up is this purse. When I saw it hanging on the rack or the shelf or whatever, I thought it was gonna be like Rebecca Minkoff, but it wasn't, because I know Rebecca Minkoff does a lot of these types, like styled bags, and this is like an elephant gray bag. It is like suede and smooth leather. It has some issues here and there, but it probably just needs like a good wipe down with like a wipe. The inside is pretty clean. There's no like rips or tears, and this ended up being the brand All Saints. If you can see, All Saints, and this was $7.99, which is a great price because they had Michael Kors and Coach for like $25, but this All Saints one, you know, was $8. And I know a lot of people really do like All Saints. The leather feels really great. I just don't know how well this particular style of bag would sell. And I'm just noticing there's some cracking like on the edge coating, which I guess I'm the only one who doesn't like it, because when I'm secondhand shopping online, Poshmark and eBay, a lot of sellers don't even notate like edge coat cracking, and I guess it's just not important to some people. But depending on where that is, like if it's on the strap, I do feel like over time it can like cause damage and like crack all the way through. But since it's like right here at the top of the bag, I think it should be fine. I will notate it because I do feel like it's important. But yeah, I'm gonna have to look this up because I'm not sure like how good All Saints does. I've seen some sell for like $150 to $200. So obviously some styles would sell better than others. But right now, if I had to guess, I would say $40 to $70. Like I mentioned before, I've been having like issues with selling stuff. I know the economy is getting like really crazy. Prices are like have increased a lot. So previously, before I took my stuff to Plato's Closet, I felt like people just didn't have like extra money to purchase stuff for themselves or at all really, unless it was just like the essentials. So that was part of the reason where I was just like not interested anymore because I just wasn't making the money that I used to be making. So instead of looking at it as a full-time job, I'm just gonna do it or use it as like fun money, like I said, and not really worry about how much, like, you know, obviously I'm gonna have goals and try and make money, but not really depending on it full time, so to speak. And I would prefer to have my eggs in multiple baskets instead of just the one, whereas I was just doing pet walk or dog walking or whatever, and I would like to open it up and, you know, get more income coming in instead of just depend on that. So that's why I have started again. And also I did get my hair cut. I think it was before Christmas, I want to say. I brought a picture, told her, you know, I wanted my hair like this. She was like, okay, cool, let's wash it. We're gonna start longer, get shorter. I was like, okay, everything was sounding good. And I ended up going to a beauty school because I haven't had good haircuts in the past at an actual salon since my hair is curly. It just seems like no one teaches how to cut curly hair, which is just insane to me. But anyway, so my thought process was, instead of paying $40 and getting a bad haircut, I might as well just go to a beauty school and pay, you know, $10 to $15 and not have high expectations. I've been going for a while, and every time I went, it wasn't amazing, but I didn't have, like, you know, the worst experience except for this time. So yeah, the teacher came by. She was like, okay, we're gonna start here, and chopped a section in the back. I couldn't feel it, I couldn't see it. I was still talking with the hairstylist. She was like, I don't know, she said something about she had been cutting hair for 25 years, but she went back to school, something along those lines. Long story short, it ended up being way shorter than what I had asked. So my hair is like literally a pixie cut. I have no hair. Like, I have this hair like put behind my ears and clipped back, and I can do like 2 tiny little buns up here with like the front part of my hair, but what I had asked for was longer, and I was able to still pull it back into a ponytail versus what I have now. When I got it, I literally I freaked out. I cried in the car on the way home. I told my husband, I told my kids, and they were like, no, you look great, it's okay, it's just hair. And I feel like, you know, I kind of overreacted because it is just hair, but at the same time, you know, I was going in wanting something and coming out with like way shorter hair. I don't know if y'all remember, my hair was like, you know, curly. It was probably like to my shoulders or a little bit above, but like, you know, when you pull down the curl, it came like down to here. So now it's like so tiny, and I just felt so self-conscious up until recently when I went to Mexico to visit my husband's family. Everyone was like, oh, I haven't seen you with short hair, it looks so great, what a great change, blah blah blah. And you know, I didn't tell them it was a bad experience, and also getting it cut seemed like kind of like a racist experience, to be honest, because the hairstylist was asking me or the teacher, she was asking me, she was like, oh, so where are you from originally? And I was like, what? Like, originally? Like, here, you know, I'm from Texas, born and raised. And she was like, oh, okay. And I was like, I've never been asked that question, and so I was caught off guard, and she didn't seem like that was the answer that she was looking for. So that was kind of off-putting. And then, you know, after they had cut it, it was super short, and she was like, oh, now your hair is going to be now your hair is healthy. And I was like, well, it wasn't bad before. Like, I just have some issues like with thinning hair up here. I don't dye my hair, I don't highlight it, I don't put heat on it unless I have to like diffuse it. I don't know, it was just like 10 out of 10 the worst hair cutting experience I have ever had. So yeah, I just thought I addressed the elephant in the room. yeah, let's just get back into the haul because I don't know. Okay, moving on from that little rant, I ended up picking up these cowboy boots. So the last boots, I think I ended up picking up 3 cowboy boots. 1 or 2 were Liberty Black, 1 was new, 1 was used, and then the other one were Dingo. And honestly, they sold horribly. Like the Dingo boots, I ended up accepting an offer for $25. Thought they were gonna sell for more because they were suede and fringe, great looking boots. Nope, $25, fine. Sold them, made a couple bucks. The Dingo boots that were used, I think I sold them for $55, which was okay, but I think I paid like $15 for them. Not a huge profit and not the profit that I was expecting to get. And then the third pair were the Liberty Black boots that were new with tags. And guess how much those sold for? I believe $25 to $28. Yeah, I accepted an offer for that much, and I just wanted them out because, you know, like they were just sitting, no likes, no interest, nothing. So what did I do? Picked up another pair of boots. So I thought these were really cute. They are new without tags. This leather is super soft. It has the pointy toe. It has that little bit of heel there. And these also can fold down, and on the inside, they are suede. Let me see. And they have this, I don't know if this is like real snake skin. I think it might be. They fold down and have this crossed and then like this snake skin right here and suede on the inside. So obviously like you can fold them down a little bit more to make it look like, you know, even or whatever, but I just thought these were so pretty and so cool. And they're by the brand Coral, and I know this brand does sell good. I've sold these before and they have sold good. These are size 11 women's, so maybe size 11 is not a good size for a woman, but I just couldn't leave them. Hopefully these sell good. I'm really hoping that I can sell them 50 on the low end to like 100. Let's just go in those ranges. I paid $12 for them, which isn't too bad, and hopefully they do sell. Okay, the next item I purchased for myself and I thought it was super cute. It is this little coin pouch from the movie. Is it Castle in the Sky, or this is like Totoro? Oh, I always get those movies confused. I think it's Totoro, I don't know, something like that. I don't really like anime, but Castle in the Sky and this one, we watched nonstop when we were kids. So, and Sailor Moon, and I guess Pokemon, if you consider Pokemon anime. So those were like the only couple of things that I liked that were anime. I'm not sure if this is vintage or what brand this is. It's just a little pouch. There's the inside. It was 99 cents. So you best believe I'm gonna use this in my purses for coins or whatever, because I thought it was super cute. My sister might want to take it, but I'm gonna keep it. And then I purchased, this was actually before the holidays, 2 vintage Dooney and Burke bags, but I'm gonna throw them in here. I purchased them for myself. I think they were like $10 to $15, like either $10 each or $15 each, I can't remember, but they were still, you know, pretty cheap. So I purchased this one, which is the, oh dang it, I can't, the Outlander, the Explorer, something like that. I can't remember what the name is. This like tan brown bag. I had been wanting this bag for the longest time, and I saw it. It didn't register in my mind that this is the bag that I had been wanting for a while. Went to go pick it up. It was like really super dry and dirty. I cleaned it up as best as I could. And yeah, I cleaned it up as best as I could. It doesn't come with a dongle. There is like a little bit of purple paint or fingernail polish up here. But I loved this bag. There's the inside. It's huge and it has like this back pocket. This bag, oh my gosh, I loved it. Purchased it. I had it, maybe I even purchased it before Thanksgiving. I can't remember because I've been having it for a while, but I never used it. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me. Like, I think I used it once and barely put anything in it. Like, it's so huge. It can fit so much. And I ended up selling it. Me being me, I didn't research. Like, I researched the name. It didn't register to me, like I said, this is the bag that I had been wanting for a while. Didn't remember what the prices were. On Poshmark's little estimator, it said it was selling, and it had showed up sold comps of that price. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna price it. But like $55 is what I priced it for. Got an offer within 2 minutes of 45, almost accepted it, but then I was like, I just posted it, let me finish posting the other stuff. Then like 2 minutes later, someone purchased it full price. Then I went to go look it up and realized that this is the purse that I had been wanting. And I completely forgot because there was a couple of purses that had like these pockets, like this style. Some of them had toggles, some of them had like whatever this closure is. So I didn't remember. This bag was selling for like $200 to $400. Like, and I sold it for $55. I was thinking that it was like, you know, not in that great of a condition. It was missing the dongle. It had the fingernail polish. It does have like stains on the inside. And I was like, yeah, $55 is good. Yeah. I kind of regret that. I'm going to go through with the sale and kiss this one goodbye. And just know you need to do your research. Like, don't cancel the order. If you sell it for less than what it can sell for, don't cancel. Follow through with your order, because that's just gonna bring you bad karma. Like, it's just gonna bring you bad karma. Like, I was thinking, should I cancel it and relist it higher? And then I was like, no, if I do that, it's probably not gonna sell. That's what I was thinking. So $55, fine, whatever. Right? I ended up selling it because it's too big. I am like evolving, I guess, so to speak. Like, I'm changing. I'm not really reaching for leather bags like I used to. Like, when I started this YouTube channel, I was like in love with leather, and I still really enjoy like a good leather bag, but it's like not for me anymore, I don't think. Like, I can appreciate it, but I just don't think that I want it, you know? So looking at it on screen, like, the color is just gorgeous. I should have kept this one because I don't know when's another time I'm gonna be able to find a bag like this, but why keep something if I'm not gonna use it? Like, I just can't, I don't understand that. Like, I can't force myself to keep it if I'm not gonna use it. And I had it for a couple months and I never used it. So, long explanation, but there it is, 10 bucks. I mean, I still made a good profit, and I'm just like punching myself in the face. Like, honestly, whatever. This is the other bag that I got along with that one. This one is a lot more dingy because it is white, but I did clean it up as best as I could. I don't know even if it's coming up on screen how kind of dirty it is, but like the combo of like the white and brown is just so pretty. And I might end up keeping this one because you need a good leather bag, right? Like, you still need a good leather bag. I feel like everyone does. It does come with like this super thick strap for comfort, which is great. I do love the buckle detail that it has. Whoops. It comes with this like buckle detail right there. This one has the dongle. I guess maybe I could have taken this off and put it on the other one to sell it for a little bit more. It has this back pocket. I'm pretty sure I've thrifted this bag several times. I can't remember what the name is. So on the inside, you can definitely see like some of the dinginess in it. And this one actually does expand because I guess this is like a gusset, basically. All weather leather. I am just upset about the other one. Like, it kills me to sell that one, but I think I might end up keeping this one because it doesn't look like too many people are interested, and I think I have this one for like 40 bucks just because this one has a lot more damage, but you live and you learn. The next bag, I told y'all and myself I wasn't gonna pick up this brand anymore, and look at what I did. I picked up 2 bags by this brand. Can you guess what it is? Michael Kors. So I know that this was a popular bag. What is it, like the Hamilton? They have like so many renditions of the Hamilton, and a lot of people say like the original Hamilton bags are the best ones that came out versus like the newer renditions, something like that. I've heard a couple people say that. So this one, it honestly feels like it's suede, but I know it's not. Like, it's quilted, it's kind of puffy, it has all of these like little studs in there. It's definitely very gaudy, and it has like the small shoulder strap. Such a large bag and a heavy bag just for this little small shoulder strap is crazy. It's kind of like, I don't know what color. Gold, silver, metallic for sure, but I'm not sure. There's the inside. It's pretty good. I think there might be like one spot in there, but like, it's pretty great condition. I think someone offered me yesterday $8 for this, and I was like, no. I only paid, I got it from the Goodwill. I think I paid like $8 for this one and the other one I'm gonna show y'all. But this once again proved my point of not picking up Michael Kors because I don't think I've gotten any likes. That one super low ball offer, which was ridiculous. I even think I have this one for a low amount. I think it's $35, which isn't bad considering that these, you know, were expensive bags, and I think they discontinued this style, the Hamilton, but I'm not 100% sure. So the next one is a backpack, and also by the brand Michael Kors. So I picked this one up thinking that I was going to use it. I still might, but the problem with this one is that I don't like is that it has these super skinny straps, and I'm not sure if I like this like eggplant color purple. It's super soft leather. I think it was Napa leather, super buttery soft. Honestly, this is like super soft leather for Michael Kors, and a lot of their bags feel like what is it, that Saffiano leather, which just feels like super hard plasticky type of leather, and I don't like that type of leather. I know when they came out with it, they were saying a scratch proof, you know, scratch resistant, water resistant, but it was super stiff, and I don't like that type of leather. But this one's really nice. Yeah, so that's the one reason why I haven't tried to use it, is because of these thin straps. It does have like some corner wear, it's dry around the edges, but no tears, but it does have like that, you know, like on both corners. I believe the strap, I guess the strap, there was nothing wrong with the strap, but yeah, this one is great. I just don't know if I like the color, so to speak. It has quite a few pockets. It would be good actually for traveling, but I didn't take this one when I went to Mexico because I wanted to use my Baggu Hello Kitty to get like the full effect on if I'm a Baggu girl. But anyway, so this was like $7 or $8. I don't know if it's gonna stay in my collection, honestly. It's super light, but yeah, I think I have this one for like $25 to $35 too. It does have silver hardware, and I have one more item. I honestly thought that these were going to sell, like fly off the shelves, because I have sold, and these are the shoes, I have sold chunky Y2K 90s shoes similar to these before. Like, I think it was Bongo, Skechers, Steve Madden, like similar type of shoes from like Y2K in the 90s, and they just like flew off the shelves at like $40 to $60. And these, I was like, great, these are cool clogs, mule style, they're suede. These are real leather, even though they're not, you know, like a great brand. It is Lower East Side, and they are a 9.5. And I think Lower East Side might have been like Payless. Yeah, I think maybe Payless, or maybe like JCPenney. I can't remember, but really great. The only real wear is like inside, where it looks like it got wet a little bit, or like sticker residue. The bottoms look really great. I just thought that these were gonna fly off the shelves. Like I said, they're really cool. They remind me of, you know, 70s, like 90s to 70s, or like Bratz, or I don't know what else, but those two, that's what it reminds me of. But I don't think I got a single like. I had them in like 45 or 50, dropped the price down to like 20 or 25, and not a single like. So that's how I know like the economy is kind of affecting reselling, because, you know, months prior, these probably would have flown off the shelf, and you know, now they're not. I don't know, maybe, who knows, like around income tax time, people are going to be getting income tax and spending money, so maybe. And I also got another pair of shoes, but I took them to my antique booth a while ago. They were, I'll probably pop up a picture on the screen, but they are vintage Faded Glory that look like the Doc Marten sandals, and those are, I think they were like new. They didn't even look like they had been worn. Those were super popular on Depop, and had been trending, well, I don't know, trending like in mainstream fashion, but like trending on Depop. I saw a lot of those, and a lot of them get sold pretty quickly for hundreds, like $150, $200, somewhere around there, because they were super popular. Maybe not the exact style that I have, but like the ones that are like a little bit more of a platform with like the flower print, like on the toe or whatever. But those two, those were trending, because I remember, I think I shared this story, I remember like being in high school and wanting a pair of Doc Marten sandals, but not being able to afford them or get them, so I settled for those Faded Glory ones. And I was like, oh, I guess they're fine, they're okay, but I really wanted the Doc Marten ones. So I remember trading a friend. But yeah, I remember trading my friend the pair that I had for her Doc Martens sandals. Hers were like beat up and worn, and they were like probably a size too big for me. And now seeing how the ones that I had are super trendy and cost a lot, or were reselling for a lot. This was a few months ago, I don't know now. But anyway, those are not popular at all anymore, or those were not even selling at all. Like no likes, maybe because we're in winter, but still I feel like they should have gotten a few likes, you know, at least. But I will probably try relisting them. But anyway, I've talked a lot, and this was just how many items, like 10 things or less, and this video is already 35 minutes long. So that is the end of the haul. I think I probably found my groove back again, right? Because I haven't talked to y'all for a while, so I feel really talkative, trying to share everything that has happened in the last couple of weeks or so. But I hope y'all enjoyed it. Hope y'all stick around with whatever's coming new. I keep saying that. I don't know what's gonna come, but something new. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up if y'all did. I would really appreciate that. Don't forget to comment down below. How was your holidays? What have you been doing? How's your reselling business? And I'll catch y'all in the next video. Bye guys.